let me talk about my personal journey. I was 16 years of age when I left studies. I was a good student, but because of my family circumstances, I had to drop out of school. I left home having learned two core values from my father. First, commitment to the promises you make to yourself, and commitment to the promises you make to others. Both of these have to be in absolutely harmony. Second, avoid over-analysis of situations and have the courage to make quick decisions based on your natural instincts. I have followed both this value in every action I have taken. Having left studies, I moved to Mumbai in 1978. Landing in Mumbai with nothing in my pockets was exciting as well as daunting. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I had the raw optimism of a 16-year-old boy. My first step in my entrepreneurial journey was learning to assort and do the valuation of diamonds. In less than 3 years, I had started my own diamond trading brokerage. I still remember my first trade with a Japanese buyer and my commission of rupees 10,000. I felt terrific that I had created this opportunity by myself, and for a teenager, there could not have been a greater confidence booster to get started. My young friends, an essential part of my learning throughout my career is that everyone gets opportunity in their life. So will you. However, the two questions you will need to answer are: can you connect the dots early enough to recognize the opportunity coming at you? And then, do you have courage to relentlessly chase it down? Let me elaborate how essential these two principles have been to me. It was 1984. Sri Rajiv Gandhi had come to power, and his enthusiasm as a young Prime Minister represented the new face of India, open to economic liberalizations. A slew of reforms were announced, and several raw materials controlled by the state trading corporations become permissible to be imported under the open general license. This was an opportunity I acted on instantly to start my import business, which in turn laid the foundation for the global trading business I was to build. The late 80s and early 90s were difficult years for India. The challenge of depleting foreign exchange reserves led to the government providing additional export incentives in 1989. Here again, I saw an opportunity to move quickly and establish a global trading house dealing in polymers, metals, textiles, and agro products. We grew so rapidly that within 2 years, we had become the largest trading house in the country, overtaking long-established market leaders. The year 1990-1991 saw one of the worst financial crises. India's reserves were down to less than $1 billion. It was at this time that Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao became the Prime Minister. Within weeks of coming to power, he and his Finance Minister Sri Manmohan Singh Ji announced a series of decisions, including a dramatic depreciation of the rupees to boost exports and increase India's foreign exchange reserves. India will remember these two leaders as the ones primarily responsible for the real start of liberalization and privatization of the Indian economy. Thereafter, in 1994, we executed on our first IPO. While the IPO was successful, it opened my eyes to another opportunity. As just a trading company with no assets, the dependence largely on my personal, individual entrepreneurial skills would limit the value of the company in the eyes of the investors. We therefore would need to build an asset base within the company. As the country's largest trading house,